Greetings everybody, Thetemics here. Welcome back to Let's Play Frostpunk. Day 16 now in New London. This is the New Home scenario, of course. Hard Path of Faith playthrough. Victoria Morris says other cities have fallen, but not London. It's impossible. How are we going to survive? What are we going to do? Says Christopher Strangeways. As the attractiveness of the Londoners continues, it's less than it was, but they're still pretty happy about things. Or they're still rather pretty unhappy about things. Strike that and reverse it there. And we have a very busy day ahead of us today. And let's wait a bit for those other workers to show up. That should take care of our full employment there.
Time to get to work.
Yes, let's all get to work. We've got the infirmary research coming up soon. And it would help if I actually put the people to work in the cookhouse. So the mayor of New London's slacking on the job when it comes to getting the food done, although nobody's going to run out. It's not really going to cost us anything. And the infirmary is now here. We've got to wait for people to get to work to actually build it. But still, good prospects there. Let's see what we're going to have next. This is one of those things where you have to know what's coming a little bit. If you just put yourself in the moment, there's lots of possible options. Now, I did think about hunting tactics, but notice it only affects the hunters' huts. And then when we get flying hunters, we're building new buildings called hunters' hangars. So that doesn't really apply to these. So hunting tactics is, I think it's kind of like a wasted research. It's one that we want to just bypass. Coal is going to be a really significant thing. Obviously, the steel is going to matter. These options, reducing how much coal we spend. But we're at the point where we really need the outpost depots to be bringing in research from outside the city. So that's what I'm going to go with next. Lighter scout sleds could also be very useful, get the scouts moving faster, but the outpost depot is what we're going to want next, so we'll roll on with that. And maybe kick up the speed a little bit because those scouts aren't going to be back for a while with those resources. Sawmill's not getting a whole lot done right now. And we can pull the engineers out of there. Closing in now, of course, on those scouts showing up. And getting some workers back in the job now, finally. Okay, 117 coal, 3 steam cores. Let's see. Stop. Thank you. Let's see where we want you to send you next. Well, we've got the other ones going out here to the coal mine, and then they can go from there to the snow cliff, or at least, theoretically they can, but it's same general direction. Makes sense to me to send the other scouts the other direction, to the American camp. Several big tents, no signs of life, a flag flies over them, the American flag. Even from this distance, we couldn't mistake the stars and stripes. Well, I sure can't see it in there. But we'll take their word for it. One day, until they get there, and about half a day here. We've got, the law is going to be expiring a little bit later. And we're working on the Outpost Depot. Not sure if we're going to make it by the end of business. That'll be interesting to see. Okay, there we go. So less than 2 hours to go, and we've got everything up. Now I want to get into the infirmary. And the thing about these is, obviously they're more expensive, 30 wood, 20 steel, and we have to use a steam core. But also, they're not like the bunkhouse, where you can just build them over a regular house and upgrade it. They're bigger, they require twice the people, so I want to build them out on the edge so they're not taking up living space. And again, I want people to be able to get to them reasonably quickly. But since each can handle 10 people, we only really need 2. So I'm going to put 1 in each of these 2 spots. Then maybe like in the future, I'll build 1 over here. But those 2 should handle it for now. This needs a street, but we'll deal with that another time. Only 15 unemployed, yet it says we've got enough for both of those, which is interesting. And the Outpost Depot research is complete. So, let's see what's next. Maximum number of scouts. Build an Outpost Depot to deploy outpost teams. $25 wood, 45 steel. So where do we want to build this? And look at this thing. This is a big freaking building. Has to be built adjacent to a street. Has to be. And it also has to be... Aha. It has to be right there. Like, it literally can't go... Well, it can go there. And it looks like those are the only 2 places. Now here, you can see it's going to destroy some of the trees. Here, it destroys nothing. So, we're definitely going to build that. And we'll build streets over there later on. So that's another big project for us. But getting back to research. So we got the Outpost Depot. That's going to help us bring in more resources. And we could go with the hunters. I don't think we're ready for them yet. I think we're still along the scenario where we want to optimize what we're doing with our coal. And could explore faster. That's tempting. Explore faster, get more goods from outposts faster, because we'll know where to send them. And honestly, I'm having a hard time finding an argument against that. So I'm going to go with the lighter scout sleds. Just get the scouts... able to do more. Okay. And we're starting to get that building done as the end of business arrives.
Put down your tools.
Lots of stuff to do tonight. We can resume them. So the 2 infirmaries plus the supply depot. Top priority. But then let's also get the streets going. So we've got a street there. And then to this one. Okay, that's actually part of the building. I don't want to build from there. Because I want to let the spacing here be whatever it needs to be. Well, wouldn't totally kill me to partly cut it off, but I'd like to just keep this going out. And then over there. Yeah, I like that idea best. Let's get that rolling. And then we'll add in some other projects. Keep now they've got people pretty much assigned to those. Bunkhouse, we got people willing to do that. Second one, okay, we're still good there. The one thing about the infirmaries is they're going to make the medical post basically obsolete. So let's go ahead and dismantle that. And then I also want to build cookhouses on the outside edge. And that's just to create more living space in the middle, basically. I don't have to do it now, but I'm going to want to do it eventually. Doesn't hurt to do it now. So one there. And, yeah, one there isn't bad. And this one's going to need more street. If you just look at this all over, we've got all kinds of building going on. This may be the most dense building night I have done. You can see only 1 out of 10, 6 out of 10 here, so we've got more people, or more construction projects than we have people. So I just want to hold things where they are. And not by far, but I forgot the Book of Laws, which recently expired. So let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. We've got a couple choices here. We've got evening prayers. Meet together and pray together to warm not only our bodies but also our souls. One day, 12 hours. Evening prayers done at the house of prayer in the temple, and they raise hope and lower discontent. And some Londoners may mend their ways after evening prayers. Now, it does cost 20 food rations. So you've got to feed the people there. Shrines. Praying at shrines will give people the strength they need to take on arduous tasks every day. It's faster, 0 days, 18 hours. New building the shrine. Raise the hope of people working nearby. They increase efficiency in nearby workplaces. You have to build 3 shrines. So even though we've got to build that, I like this one better. It's quicker, and there's synergy in it when you consider that you're going to have the house of prayer where people work and the shrines where people, or the house of prayer where people live and the shrines where people work. So I like the synergy of having one for each activity. So we're going to decide that. So now we've got shrines to consider.
New law is signed.
So is there really nothing more pressing than erecting shrines? They'll remind people their work has a higher purpose. Yeah, that's right. Get with the program. So it looks like we're now at the point where, yeah, we've got enough people to do all the construction jobs that I currently have. Let's wait for that bunkhouse to finish. There it is. And the question is, do we want to build more bunkhouses? And yeah, I think we do. That's going to mean we can only build so many shrines right now, but let's build one more of those. Now, as far as the shrines go, 10 and 10. Now, they also have the radius, so like, where are people going to be working a lot? Well, if you look at that, you got a sawmill and a couple of steel mines. That's definitely a good spot. And then here, I mean, both coal mines and both workshops. There's going to be 30 people there all the time. Build one there, and we can't build any more if we wanted to, so that's going to take care of that. Looks like we still have extra people. If we've got these cookhouses going up, let's dismantle the old one. So we did a few bunkhouses, we built a couple of these. Steel is becoming a problem. And look at that, there's our outpost. You know what? I just realized something. To deploy a new outpost team, we need steel. Well, that means I need to cancel some things here. I'm going to get rid of that shrine. And I'm going to get rid of this bunkhouse. Just to get the 20 steel we need for one outpost team. Clearly, though, more and more stuff requiring steel, that's going to become like an important thing for us. We're going to need to improve the supply of that. And that means getting the research done. Okay, so now we've got infirmaries operational. So let's staff. We only need to staff one of them. And no patients yet. Let's see, how we doing here? There's 2 patients there and 3 in the other one. Let's wait till they decide to, because they should move to the infirmary. Everybody on that shift going to eat. You know, you can finish that up and accomplish something if you don't mind. Be really helpful. Yeah. Still going. We're not there on the sermon yet either. I've only got one. Are you still going to go there instead of the... I'm wondering if it's because... Let's turn those on. Yep, let's turn on the cookhouse ones. We should have... Yeah, shouldn't need that one now. We can go and dismantle that. Scouts have reached the coal mine. Okay, coal mine is automated. Its engine is pressurized, but the mining has stopped. The snow around it is untrodden, and an eerie silence hangs in the air. Let's see what we've got here. More coal than we can use. This coal mine was in operation until very recently. Machinery is not running now, but there doesn't seem to be anything wrong with it. Perhaps the mine simply extracted its quota or filled the loading bay. We could retrieve plenty of raw materials if we took the machinery apart. If we only take the stored coal, we'll be able to restart the mine later. 343 coal. If we dismantle it for resources, we can get a couple hundred wood, a couple hundred steel, a couple steam cores. You can't restart the mine. And to me, that's not worth the trade. Coal is our lifeblood. Coal and food, but, coal being one of them. Run out of coal, we starve to death, period. We're only going to take the stored coal. And then you can go ahead and move on to the snow cliff, a tall snow cliff. There's a hole in it. It's inhabited, a lone figure bustling about. Let's go find out what's going on with that as soon as possible. And then at the coal mine, an outpost can be set up here delivering an estimated 800 coal every day. And this is why we needed the outpost right away, because, well, that is a ton of coal. So, let's create a new outpost team. Let's send them to the coal mine. Excuse me, 13 hours to get there. Outpost team number 4. Sent to the coal mine, and we're also going to want to send one here, I'm sure, to get the wood. But that's not as vital. Let me see if I could... Yep, I would just need... Takes 10 workers, but I would just need the steel, which I don't have. Again, all the more reason to get more steel. Oh, we got 3 different teams going out there. This just keeps getting more and more complicated. We've only got 1 shrine up out of the 3. It's better than none. That's really got to be an important priority. Okay, so now have they left here now that we've got people in the infirmary? Yes, they have. Get out of there. And dismantle. Six people ill, 7. Still should be able to handle at the infirmary. I'll go ahead and pause this. We've got a new day coming up. Okay, and the Londoners have gained more followers. 4 more. They still have a handful of people who might want to join them. Not a big group, but some. We've got the shrines to deal with, but we got a couple cookhouses built on the perimeter, so we created more space. A couple more bunkhouses. We got the infirmaries up. We got the outpost depot up. So, definitely busy, and getting busier all the time. You can also see if we look ahead, the temperature is going to drop 2 more levels. It's going to get ridiculously cold. Food is dropping to 104. We do have a full set of hunters coming in, so hopefully that's going to at least stabilize. But there is just, you never run out of challenges. You fix one problem, a couple more drop up. So, day 17 coming up next. Until then, thanks for watching. See you soon.